you gave me, you gave me, you gave me everything. I gave up on everything. I told you, I never let you fall, but I did after all.
What's good, y'all? It's Everything Cece here. So today, I just kind of wanted to do a short little video on anxiety. So not a lot of people know, but I really struggled with anxiety for like a really long time. And it really got worse. I've had it since high school, but it got really a lot worse the past couple years. And so I'm finally to the point now where I have it under control, and I kind of wanted to give a few tips just to help. It's not going to really be a long video at all, but I just want to give a few tips just because I struggled with it for so long, and I wish that I could figure I know what I know now, so that it could have not taken over my life. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into it. As y'all can see, I'm in the car. That's because I'm waiting on my girlfriend and my son to get done with their haircuts. So I'm at Chick-fil-A, but I was like, let me film my video while they're gone, while it's peace and quiet, so I can just edit when I get home. So yeah, without further ado, okay, the first thing that helped me deal with my anxiety was, and this is kind of bad, but weed. I smoke a lot of weed, and for me that would truly help me. But honestly, and it's not even necessarily bad because weed is medicinal. It's literally like medicinal. I think that's literally the purpose of it, to help some people with anxiety. So that helped me a lot. Now, I know some people say that weed gives them anxiety. Like, I know my coworker, we were talking about anxiety, and she was saying how weed gives them, while weed like helps her, like it gives her anxiety, kind of like, and so like it makes it worse. So yeah, but that was just one of the things that helped me smoking a lot. So if you're a smoker, or if you're not a smoker, you should try it. It really might help you. Weed calms you, especially if you get the right kind. You have to get indica. Indica is the kind that calms you. Remember that. Indica. That's the kind that calms you. So that helps. So another thing that helped me deal with my anxiety is I figured out what was triggering it. So, and that sounds a lot easier said than like done, obviously, because I feel like a lot of people don't know the triggers of their anxiety. If they did, then they would kind of avoid it. Or I mean, some people know that they have like social anxiety. They know social situations is the trigger. But for me, I had convinced myself it was social anxiety. I said, it's probably social anxiety. Like, every time I would get like in a situation where like other people, I don't know, something will happen in my brain and it would trigger, and I would literally like start panicking. Like, I would feel nauseous, like, and literally the only thing that would help is either I would have to hit the blunt literally right then and there. I couldn't roll it though, so like it had to have already been rolled or something, because I would either have to hit the blunt or I would have to throw up. That would be the only thing that would help. And it got to a point where it was really, really bad. Like, I was having an anxiety attack maybe once a week, at least once a week. Every day that I wasn't having one, it was a struggle. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, great, I've gone however many days. Now I can officially say I haven't had one since July 31st, and this is what, February 3rd, February 4th. So it's been like months now. So I'm like so excited about that. That's why I feel like I can help other people. But yeah, so yeah, I thought it was a social thing, and it turns out it was not. It was not a social thing. And you know what helped me realize that it wasn't a social thing? I thought about the very first time that I got anxiety, and I thought about that day. I thought about that moment. And honestly, I couldn't believe that I didn't figure it out sooner. I thought about that moment, and I was like, what triggered that moment? Because that moment couldn't have been triggered socially, just because it happens at times where it's not a social environment. And I was just like, it just didn't make sense for it to have been social anxiety. The very first time that it happened, it just didn't make sense for it to be social anxiety because it wasn't too many people around. So I was like, why am I being triggered? Like, what is going on? And I figured it out. I figured out why I was being triggered. And for me, it had to do with the people that I love. It had to do with an embarrassment thing. Like, when it comes to people who I love, I get really like, I feel what they feel. So like, long story short, it had to do with me being embarrassed for them, or being like, yeah. But since I had convinced myself it was a social thing, I would literally be triggered every time I was at a social event. But that's because in my mind I told myself it was a social thing when really it wasn't. So with that being said, guys, anxiety, like, some things that I've learned is that anxiety is really, really, really mental. Like, it's like, obviously it's mental, but it's literally mental. Like, for me, I will have to keep repeating. Okay, so for one, my anxiety really got triggered when I would start thinking about it. I could be perfectly fine having a conversation, the word anxiety comes in my mind, I start thinking about my anxiety, then it really triggers my anxiety. And as I said, this was before I really understood where it was coming from. After I understood the triggers for my anxiety, I was able to control it, because I can control it because I know what's causing it, and it's like, I can fix that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first step. You have to realize what's causing it, and then you can kind of control it, you know, so that it doesn't control your life anymore. But everyone's different. But I just had to, you know, I just want to let you guys know what helped me. As I said, it really was figuring out what was triggering my anxiety, and then I just went from there. But yeah, in the meantime, smoke a blunt. I mean, but it did take me months, as I said. So it took me months to do it. It was really bad for that time period, but I got through it by not thinking about it. That's the key. So 3 things helped me get through it and overall, you need to figure out the trigger. That's the only way your anxiety is going to go away. Literally go away, is if you figure out the trigger. But 3 things that helped me get through it and help me, you know, live to see another day, because that shit was an everyday struggle, all day struggle. But 3 things that helped: 1, smoking; 2, staying busy. So my anxiety got worse within the past couple years because I had quit my job and I was just doing Uber Eats full time, and I wasn't in school. So since I literally was only with myself all the time, didn't have any coworkers, was with myself, my music, the car. That's why my anxiety got so bad. So keeping myself busy, that was a huge help. And 3, figuring out a comfort zone. For me, my comfort zone is my child, because like when I'm with my baby, like I don't know, I feel safe. My comfort zone, yes, like he's literally just my comfort zone. I feel like, because he relies on me to feel safe, I think that comforts me to know that I'm needed, and that I don't have time to be like having an anxiety attack like my baby needs me. So those are my 3 things, the 3 takeaways. If you take away anything from this, that's 3 things that I believe can help you. Comfort zone, smoke some weed, and stay busy. Those are the 3 things that will definitely help get you through it. So yeah, as I said, this video wasn't gonna be too long, but I just want to, you know, let y'all know what helped me. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out my other channel, Nelly and Cece, and make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, check out my other videos, and stay tuned because I got more stuff coming for y'all. So see ya, peace.
One day you'll receive that wedding ring, and I'll give you everything.